combination.
Good evening, Woke fam. It's Scott from Woke Societies. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh, I can't wait to do this tonight. This is going to be fun. I got a good friend of mine on the show with me. And the last time he was on the show, I don't even know how many subscribers I had. I don't even know if I was above 20, 15. I don't remember, man. It's been a long, long time. But we're at 95,000 and a lot more people are going to get to know you tonight if they don't know you. We got Severe Anon in the house tonight. And let's head over here. What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Let me know where you're from in the chat. Let me know how the audio sounds and all that good stuff. Let me know where you're from. Thank you to the mods that are here. Thank you for everyone that is here right now. We're getting close to 500 viewers already, and we just got started. So, yeah, I don't think Bryson's not here, and some things came up apparently, and I'm just glad that we have Severe Anon here, my boy. So, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. And for everyone that doesn't know Severe, you're gonna get to know him tonight. He's going through all the shit that everyone else is going through, because if you don't support the opinion of the establishment, you get canceled. He knows that better than anybody, and we're gonna get into that tonight. So we got a lot to cover. Lots to cover. Let's see, actually, you know what? Let's bring him in real quick. Hey, Severe, say hello to the Woke fam. Everyone's here to see you.
Hey, what's up, my brother? Hello to the Woke fam out there. Everybody tuning in. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, it's great to be back again, man. Going back to what you said earlier, I think you were just under 25K the first time that I was on.
Just under 25K. Yeah,
well,
man.
That was not that long ago, man. Honestly, that was not a long time ago. Your sub count went through the roof, man. I'm proud of you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yes, sir. It's been a wild ride, man, and I've met a lot of fantastic people along the way. I've met a lot. I mean, this is one big family, and I'm just so happy to be part of it. So, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be really, really good. So, everyone's saying low volume. I have it up as high as I possibly can. Maybe you need to turn yours up as well, please. Turn up the volume. Yeah, it's as high as it goes, ladies and gentlemen. It's as high as it goes.
I don't know. You sound crystal clear on my end, man. It's a 5x5.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. So, everybody, we're just going to give everyone just another minute or so just to gather around here. We're going to get this show started and all that good stuff. And Severe, how have things been with you, man? You're still working, right? You're still working. I know I'm obviously not going to dox you, but I know you're in New York. You're in the shit show that a lot of people aren't even seeing right now. And what's going on with you right now? What are you seeing out there?
Man, I'm having to actually work the old 9 to 5 a lot more now because of what they've been doing, man. I was making the music, as a residual, second source of income, but that's not happening anymore. They are completely shutting me down. They're not allowing people to even purchase my music on iTunes now. They ripped down 2 of my Bandcamp sites back to back, deleted all the music that I had up there, all the lyrics, all the descriptions, all the like 2,000 people that were following me there that would, get notified by email whenever I would drop a new song. So I was growing the movement pretty nicely. It was the ball was rolling, and then all of a sudden, boom! Like, nah, no more talking for you.
And that was it, man. Yeah, dude, we're going to get into all this tonight. I know everything's been going crazy. People have been going absolutely crazy, and the censorship is it's been just notched up to a whole different level. So everyone's here right now. We already got 600 people in the chat here, and everything, all the volume's up, guys. I can't turn the volume any more up than I can, so I can hear everyone else good. We're good, so we're just going to have to deal with it, and we're going to have to carry on through the night. So let's get this show started. As you guys know, this intro that I made, and I think Laura QAnon is in the chat as well. She made this video, and the music obviously is by yours truly, Severe Anon, that's with me right now. I get so many comments, so many good feedback on this intro. So as you guys know, we're gonna play this. We're gonna play this right now, and we'll see you guys on the other side of the intro. See you later.
Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal. Grab your flashlight, it's time to go down the rabbit hole. It's dark and hell is hot, dealing with satanic souls. The tide is turning, patriots are now in control. Apply aggressive pressure right now until they fold. Stay woke, open up your eyes and keep them peeled. All they do is lie, realize not everything is real. Through Project Looking Glass, the future is revealed. Future proves past, but there won't be any deals. Woke society's fam, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe Anon on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow.
All right, guys, I think I got the volume up as much as I can. I just tweaked something there. Beautiful, beautiful. So thank you guys for being here. Let everyone know we are the news now. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell everybody that we're here. Woke Societies with Severe Anon in the house. And guys, go right in the description below right now before we even get this started. Go follow him. Go subscribe to his YouTube. And Severe, I do know you and Victoria Gates and the Punisher are actually starting a new show, aren't you? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be called The Gates of Hell, man, and we're going to really be, peeling the layers of this onion, man, because it goes deep, bro. And I feel like a lot of people out there, kind of scratch the surface on what's going on, but they don't really go deep, and that's what we plan to do. We are going to show how all this stuff, works hand in hand, how these people work in lockstep with each other, and what's really going on behind the scenes. My brother Punisher does some amazing threads, and Victoria's got, a wicked eye for catching stuff. So it's going to be a really, really good show. And as soon as we get all, the technical stuff worked out and all those aspects, then we will be live and rocking, man. I can't wait to make it happen.
Absolutely, dude. And I already told you guys, I would love to come on your show and just shoot the shit with you guys and talk about, everything going on in the world. And it was funny because the first thing I'm like, Victoria Gates she's an actress, you're a rapper, and then Punisher is just on Twitter as the Anon dropping bombs. I'm just like, that's a pretty unique trio. You guys have all different kinds of backgrounds, and I know the Punisher's here right now. I gave him a wrench, and I thought that was really cool that everyone's kind of mounting up right now. Everyone's kind of taking arms to do what they can for this movement right now, because we know, dude, you know better than anybody right now what's going on in the world right now, and people are literally fighting. This is life or death for a lot of people right now. And it's getting to a point where it's getting absolutely insane. So where I want to begin, man, I just want to just start out. Like, I met you last year, and I literally came across one of your music videos from Laura QAnon. Actually, I think it was Rainfall that I saw, and I was like, holy shit. I'm like, this is the man that I've been looking for. Because before that, on this channel, I was looking for Red Pill artists to showcase their music, because I think the music is just as important as anything else. And we know how the deep state loves to use music to influence people subconsciously, and they're not even realizing it. And this happens at a young age, all the way until we're adults. So when I came across your music, man, I was absolutely blown away. The attitude, the style, the just don't give a shit kind of feeling to the music, and you just don't hold back. And I fell in love with it, man. And that's when I reached out to you, and you were on my show last year, and we hit it off. We had a really great time, and me and you have kept in contact ever since. So For the audience, I think you said we're at 25,000. We're almost added 75,000 since then. So there might be some people out there that don't know you. So just give us a little backstory, man, of where you started and what really got you into rap music, and what really was your influence and passion for all that.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, I was born and raised in the city, in New York. So just being around hip hop and that whole culture at the time, like, was something I was instantly drawn to. I always liked real rap, you know what I mean? Not the, because it's nothing new with them pushing their agenda through music. That's, they've been doing that for a long time.
Right.
But at least back in the day, there was really good rap and hip hop that you could listen to. Music that really did have a message. I listened to, a lot of Eric B. and Rakim, going even further back to like Young MC, Big Daddy Kane, Kool Moe Dee. I mean, these were people that were real lyricists on the microphone, right, and had a way of getting their message across in a very unique way that I took to immediately. And I was like, wow, one day I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to create music that at the end of it, someone that's listening says, wow, like, that was powerful. I really took something away from that. There's nothing wrong with music just being music for music's sake. That's fine. You know what I mean? But it's the stuff that's dark. They are really pushing a lot of this Illuminati stuff through, a lot of this, all their agendas come through their music. It's nothing but drugs and money and New World Order garbage. So, somebody has to come out there speaking against that. And, I've been red pilled for a long time. I was in the city the day of 9/11. I actually grew up down there, and, I'm very familiar with the area. I used to walk through the World Trade Center every single day back in the day to go to work and stuff like that. So I knew all about, what an integral part of the city that was. It was such a vibrant section.
Right.
So, when 9/11 happened, it was a real eye opener. And once you start digging into that and you start to peel that back, the rabbit hole just goes deeper and deeper and deeper. I haven't stopped since. So I thought, what better time than now during the Great Awakening to come back out, make music that, people that are looking for alternative music to what they used to listen to, because now they can't appreciate these artists. They know what they're involved in, so they can't listen to their stuff anymore and enjoy it. Same thing with movies, same thing with TV shows. It goes across the entire spectrum of media. So there have to be people like me, like you, like Victoria, that are breaking out of what the industries were and start creating our own, because there's going to be a huge vacuum that's filled when these people go down. And there have to be artists that step up and take that place and fill that void.
Absolutely, dude. And it's funny that you brought up 9/11, because I was in 6th grade. I just started middle school, and I remember when the buildings crashed and all the teachers started to panic a little bit, and they started to drag kids out of classrooms, because a lot of the kids that I grew up with, I only live an hour away from the city. When this was happening, there was literally, they were calling all the police, not police departments, but fire departments to come help, because this was something unprecedented. The Twin Towers were on fire. They were burning and they ultimately collapsed. But from that day on too, man, as far as a red pill, I think that red pill was subconsciously living in the back of my head, because I always remember growing up, especially in the 90s, just the patriotism that I always felt like that we were the best. We were America. Things were going great. And then 9/11 happened, and it completely changed the entire landscape of our country and the world. And being in New York, I wasn't in the city, but you were. But just being in New York, knowing this happened, it put like this dark cloud over the entire state. And I know it affected is obviously part of the entire country, but for New York specifically, it just felt like I don't know. It felt like a whole different world after that.
Well, yeah, exactly right. Rudy Giuliani actually put it really well back in the day when it first happened. He said it was like the state of New York got its 2 front teeth knocked out.
Yeah, seriously.
I was like, wow, that's one of those visuals that is, and it very much applies. It did feel that way. It felt like, the state got hit in a way, and the country altogether, but especially just people in New York at the time were so in awe and disbelief of what happened.
Yeah, man, it was just it was just weird because when I was going to school, I had to drive across the Newburgh Beacon Bridge, and the planes actually flew over that bridge that morning. So it was very possible that it was just eerie thinking about I was on the bridge when those planes flew over the Hudson and over that bridge, and they were ultimately going to do what they did. But yeah, man, that's really kind of like where my journey started beginning as well. And I know a lot of people that woke a lot of people up. So were you already red pilled at that point, or was that kind of just like, okay, this kind of confirmed what I already knew? That's how something on this massive scale. How could this been allowed to happen to our country?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know if you would call it already red pilled at that point, but I was kind of like, I guess like Neo in the Matrix, where you can't really pinpoint what's off, but you know that something's not right. You know that there's something going on behind the scenes. You can't really detail exactly what it is. It's just a general feeling of they're not telling us everything. There's definitely stuff going on behind the scenes that people need to be awake to and figure out. And then when that happened and you really start looking into it, you start watching documentaries like Loose Change at the time was a really, really good one.
Dude, that was on Netflix. Do you remember that? That was on Netflix for a while.
That was before, Obama and all them got their claws into Netflix. But yeah, they were actually, giving people access to that type of stuff. You try to get into those kind of videos now, forget about it. They hide them. They completely just they don't want people knowing what's going on. They understand what the Great Awakening is. They understand that now more than ever, people are really not only looking into what's going on now, but starting to dig up stuff from the past and seeing how it correlates to, the events that we're going through as we speak.
Absolutely, man. It's really crazy seeing when I started doing this in 2018, I feel like we've just completely our numbers have exploded. And I know with the Q drop recently talking about how the numbers in online traffic as far as search for QAnon and all the stuff just related to the movement in general, the numbers dwarf what they were in 2018. So I can't even imagine what the real numbers are and if we're ever going to really know those numbers. But as far as your career, man, like, after 9/11, were you already starting to get into? Was this always a passion that you wanted to do, or was rap music and creating rap music something that you just kind of stumbled upon?
Well, I started writing. Going back and really thinking about where I was at the time, I was probably about 12 years old when I started writing my first rhymes, and obviously nothing, like what you would hear from me today, just a kid writing. But even at the time, I had people like, oh, dude, that's pretty good, man. Keep it going. Keep it up. So I did have, I was lucky enough to have people around me at the time that were very encouraging. You know what I mean? My parents weren't super on board. They had the stigma of rap and hip hop that a lot of people do. You know what I mean? They see it as just garbage and noise and and it's not so much because of the music. They can get down with the music itself. It's just hearing what they're talking about. They're like, why would you want to do that? You know what I mean? They didn't understand it at the time. And now that they see, the direction that I've gone, they are fully on board and they support what I do 1,000,000%, which is amazing because that's something that I thought would never happen. But man, no, it's. And then originally, I started making music a long time ago. I was, for people out there that might not be, aware of my backstory, I was signed to an initial contract with, had a record deal locked in. And immediately, as soon as that happened, they wanted to change the direction of my music, the stuff I was writing about, the tone of it. It was the stuff I was writing at that time was more upbeat and I guess, kind of pop sounding, but they understood that I could write. They saw that I had talent to make music on my own, and their vision was, put a team of people around this guy and we're going to make him into a superstar. So this was before all the mumble rap and all that garbage took over. I kind of would have been one of the people to usher that in, where you're just not really saying anything, and the stuff that you are saying is all negative, all dark. You know what I mean? So that was the first red flag. Once I saw that start to happen, I was like, what did I get myself into? And then, they started bringing me to mixers and little parties and events where I could, kind of network with other people, other artists that were going to be coming up at the time. And, just industry, all the big wigs, they wanted me to get to know these people. So you would start to go, you know, to these parties and these little get-togethers and happenings, and you know, just the vibe when you walk into a place like that, it's already a surreal feeling, because you're looking around like these are the movers and shakers. You know what I mean? These are the big names that could really take somebody from being a nobody one day and next month being a superstar that's known worldwide.
Right.
So it's already kind of a surreal feeling, but then that feeling, you know, that surreal feeling kind of washes over, and then you're left with this kind of dark feeling. It's like, where am I? What is this? What are these people into? And I saw, you know, stuff that would wake you up immediately. You know what I mean? Kids that, you know, we were at this club one time that they had shut down for, you know, a private event, and it was one of the industry mixers, and you could see there were kids, you know, there that definitely did not belong there. And I'm looking like, are these kids like kids of the people that are here? Like what's going on? And no, they were not. They were, you know, basically quote unquote entertainment. And you know, as soon as I saw, I was like, wow. And like I said, at that time I was already kind of red pilled. I kind of knew what was going on. But when you see it in front of you, and it goes from digital to physical right in front of you, and you're like, whoa, this is real. Like, this isn't a joke. These things that these people talk about and that they say, like, this stuff really is going on behind the scenes. So that was that, man. I told them right then and there I wanted nothing to do with the contract. They could sue me. They could do whatever they wanted to, but I was not going to be working with these people. Nah, my soul was worth way more than that.
Dude, and that's what I want people to realize. Like, people that don't know you, you were gonna be one of the top dogs in the music industry as far as your talent, everything. People did recognize you, and you were given those opportunities. But you did something that probably a majority of a lot of these people probably wouldn't have done, and that was to walk away. And like you're talking about, it's so ironic that this type of style of, let's see how far we can really push this person and see where they're at and how desperate they are, and let's see how far we can dig our claws into this person until there's no point of return. And we're seeing everything going on with Epstein, the Ghislaine Maxwell documents that are out now, and everything breaking about Dershowitz and Clinton. And now there's eyewitness testimony, and we know that a lot of these places, especially Epstein Island, were like honeypots. But it sounds like something, you didn't get that close just yet, but you could start to feel it, right? You could start to see there was a negative vibe around these people and what you signed up for. And as you were hanging around it a little bit more, you were seeing it was something totally different. So, man, I can't imagine being in that situation.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And, you know, it was an eye-opener on a lot of different levels, obviously, to what goes on, you know, behind the scenes and the way these industries really operate. But also, it's, you know, it's a shitty feeling to think that people appreciate you for what you're doing and want to support what you're doing. Once you realize they just see you as like, all right, this is a shell that can carry our message, it's like, damn, man. You realize that the support for you was not genuine. They just see you as a tool and, you know, a weapon that they could use, especially against our children. That's, you know, the biggest demographic of people that listen to rap and hip hop, you know, middle school kids, high school kids, college kids. That's where it's most popular, and that's where people are the most impressionable. So,
absolutely.
you know, mainly what I make music that I make for everybody to enjoy. I've got fans from, you know, 12 years old to 80, literally 80 years old.
That's
I've had people
awesome.
DM me. Like, I've never listened to a rap song in my life, but I happen to be tuned into the show, and wow, really, really good job, man. And it blows me away. You know what I mean? So it really is for everyone, but it's truly targeted for the kids. I want them to understand that they are not only being lied to, but they are being actively manipulated and used to go against their own best interests. And they need to wake up to the fact that the world right now is not a good place. It's not a friendly place. There's a lot of dark energy here, more than, you know, probably any time in history. And that this is a war for your mind. This is not just a physical war. This is something that goes way beyond into the spiritual realm. This is really good versus evil. And this is a war that you have to equip yourself for. You have to be prepared for. And the first step to being able to do that is realizing that they are actively trying to take control of your mind, and music is one of the big ways that they try to do that.
Absolutely, man. And the thing is, like like I was saying before, it happens subconsciously. Like sometimes, like when you actually look at the lyrics of any kind of song, and you look at it without hearing the music, and you're reading the actual words as if it was like a poem or a book, it really sometimes it's like, holy shit, was I actually singing or rapping this? Like,
yes.
And those people don't realize words, and they have emotions behind them. They do affect people on a frequency level. And that's what, like you said before, the rap music and hip hop music is generally geared towards the younger generation. And they're soaking it all up. And the funny thing is, man, it's just because you were probably around some of these people. I see all the social justice warriors like Snoop Dogg out there talking about, justice and all this stuff, and how, inequality. And yet all the dude raps about is drugs, women, going to prison, shooting people. And I'm just like, dude, what kind of message are you putting out to the kids? Like, you wonder, people say systematic racism, which I really don't believe. I think it's systematic, just brainwashing is essentially what's going on. And it's happening in so many facets. And the younger generation now, the one before me, I think they have been the most targeted as far as the propaganda, probably more than any generation in human history, as far as in modern times that I can think of. So, and it's just funny too, because you talk about how once you start getting around these people that you think want to help you. I used to play music all the time. I was in a band. I've been a huge music fan, and I always wondered why an artist would jump onto the scene. They put out their first album, and it's absolute fire, and then they put out the second album, and it's like complete garbage, and it doesn't even sound like it was of them. And then you realize, like you were saying before, they get their claws into you, and then their agendas are pushed into your music, and they almost leave you like no choice. And once you're in it, it's too far gone, right? You can't go back.
Yes, exactly. Well, the first album, they kind of give you a little bit of creative license to put a little bit of yourself out there. But by then, once you get the popularity that they're looking to gain from you and the voice, then they use you as a vessel to carry out their message.
Unreal, man. So that's the thing. Like, people think that a lot of this music is coming from the artist, but really it's just really they're pushing agendas and narratives, and people don't even realize it's happening, which is what blows my mind. And it's just so shady, man. But that's why I want to commend you, dude, because you could have gone down that road. You could have gone down the fame and fortune and gotten in deep with these people and lived a life of, probably luxury, fame, but on the other side, like, how much of your soul were you really going to be selling? And for some people, I guess, you see, like with Lady Gaga, they seem to prey on people that were mentally, emotionally destroyed. And obviously that wasn't you, but someone that was maybe as a child that was abused or something. They take advantage of these people. And then once they get in, they have money, they have everything they have. They've gone too far, and that's it. They essentially own them. But you didn't go that far, man. You walked away, and now you're here making red pill music, and you're pissing off a lot of people, my friend. I follow your Twitter, dude, and I wake up to fiery tweets probably 90% of the time from you, and I can feel the rage through the phone when I see your tweets, man. But let's talk about your music, man. You just released a new album not too long ago, right? I think it was A Dark Delight. Was that the name of it?
Yes. Yep. That was the album that I had released, the full-length album, 10 unreleased tracks at the time.
Yep.
And I think that is what caught their attention. I was putting out singles, left and right, like crazy. Every couple of weeks, if not, every week I was dropping brand new music, and it kind of seemed to fly under their radar at least. But once that album dropped and people started really resonating with what it was that I was saying, and seeing that project, as a cohesive project of a message that I'm trying to get across. They did not like me, pushing my narrative, which is the truth, against what they put out there, which is all fiction. So they've been pumping the brakes on everything that I've been trying to do. I mean, it's truly insane. I had my Bandcamp site for well over a year, tons of people going there to grab my music, like never had an issue with these people, never. Yep. And then all of a sudden one day I go to release a new song, I log into my Bandcamp, and they tell me it doesn't exist. And I'm like, wait, what's going on here? So I'm trying. Nope, they literally just completely wiped out my account. And I set up another one. Maybe it's an error on one of our ends. It'll get fixed. But for the meantime, let me set up another one. Let me get this new music out there that people are asking for.
Right.
And the very next day, boom, shut down. So they've got the laser pointers on me big time. And there are people trying to buy my album through iTunes. They cannot. It won't allow them to complete the transaction. Like it's crazy, man. It's really crazy the level that they're going to suppress what I'm trying to say to people.
That's the thing, man. Like there is so many shady things that we're probably not even aware of. That like we saw what happened with Twitter when they got hacked, and we got the screenshot of what it looks like on their user end, and it says blacklist, shadow ban, all these options that we knew existed, but then when you actually see it in your face, you know it's just not Twitter that have these backdoor things that they can do to accounts that the users aren't even aware of. And the fact that iTunes is doing shady things like not allowing people to buy your album, or there's just errors, or when you open up Bandcamp and your entire your account's gone, or all your music's gone. And I bet you, dude, I could probably put money on it. They probably never told you, emailed you. They probably didn't say a word to you, right?
Nothing. No, not a word whatsoever. At least I would have been able to understand if they said, you broke one of our terms of service. You were using copyrighted material.
Right, something.
Some form of communication. Nothing. And not only did they not reach out to me, I have reached out to them incessantly and gotten zero response from them. Fans of mine have emailed them saying that they will no longer do business with them ever again because of what they've done. No one's replied to them. People asking them why music that they purchased is now unaccessible. Like that's a totally different story. There are people that paid money to listen to this, and now those people don't have access to something they legitimately paid for.
Right. Yeah, dude, that's a whole different story.
That's a totally different can of worms. Like they are a publisher, plain and simple. Like it's one thing if I'm out there saying stuff that's crazy, but my entire album didn't even have any curses in it. Zero, let alone talking about anything negative. No negative content, just uplifting, patriotic, America-loving music. Like, it's unbelievable. And the stuff that they allow on their platform. And now, don't get me wrong, I'm all about freedom of speech. I think they should put everything out there.
Absolutely.
No matter what it is, no matter how crazy it is, don't stifle people's speech. The public will determine whether that music goes anywhere or not. If people want to hear it, they'll play it. If they don't want to hear it, they'll turn the station. It's that simple.
Yeah, man. But as long as you're not inciting violence and there's like not kiddie porn in it, like I got no problem with it on both sides. I really don't. I don't care.
Those are basically what you just said. Those are my two limits. If you're not inciting direct violence against someone and you're not, promoting CP and stuff like that, then it's fair game to me. You know what I mean? It's let the public forum decide if that voice gets amplified or if it gets, silenced because no one cares what they're saying. So allow the people to decide. We don't need mommies and daddies at government. We don't need that. We're not China. We're America. You know what I mean? We are supposed to be able to especially speak truth to power, which is what I'm doing. All I'm telling people is wake up, realize you're being manipulated, consciously block these people and their negative energy and stay on the right path, and realize that there are a ton of people out there that are awake now and that we need to unify and demand action for us, for our side.
That's it, man. That's the thing. We're seeing a common theme right now, especially on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. The censorship is just on a whole entire different level. And the funny thing is, you probably see me bitching on my Twitter about Spotify. I have not had an issue with literally any platform, knock on wood, thus far. No strikes, no nothing. And my podcast is on all major podcasting platforms. And in April, it was May, middle of May, I'm getting all these messages and emails saying, "Yay, whoa, what's going on? Why aren't you uploading to Spotify? What happened?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I go to my my podcast publisher. Everything looks fine on their end. I asked if they received any notice of any issues with Spotify. They received nothing. I received nothing. And I go into my Spotify account for my podcast. And what do you know? I open it up and it says the channel is gone. Completely gone. The podcast was deleted. No email.
No email, no nothing.
Nothing. Literally nothing. And I found out a month after the fact. Because that would have been an email that would have gotten my attention. So I've been on Spotify's ass. I have literally gone through any possible avenue of reaching their customer service, which is all through emails and chat bots and all the other bullshit. You can't call them, of course. And they have completely stonewalled me. They have stonewalled me to the point where they will not answer you anymore. And all I asked for them was, can you please provide me proof? Because they said they sent me notice, and I even went into their terms and agreement and found out that they have to give ample notice if they're going to terminate you, which is why I'm in contact with 3 lawyers right now looking into this. And dude, I am not, until a lawyer tells me I have no case, I am going to go after them, because if I have to be the poster child to do this, I don't give a damn at this point, dude. I am sick and tired of the censorship. And when you go on to Spotify and you see all these other podcasting platform or podcasters and all these other people and what they're talking about, I'm not talking about anything different. I just have a different opinion than the establishment. And as you know, man, we are triggering the people that hate us, that hate this country. And that is really the reason why they are taking your music down, tweets down, videos down. The cancel culture is extremely real, and we're in the middle of it right now. But that's the thing, man. Like, that's why I wanted you to come on the show, because I saw what Bandcamp did to you. People were paying money for that, which is like you said, that's a whole different can of worms. My podcast is free. They weren't paying for that. They were paying for your shit, and they don't have it now. Right. So that's totally different. But yeah, man, it's just, that's why I want to bring you on here I want people to look at your music. I want people to go there. I have all your links there, and you guys can go right now. Hit the like button, share, and comment. Go there right now and check out Severe's music. It's absolutely fire.
I appreciate you, man. I just saw someone in the chat ask who it was that did your intro. You are listening to him as we speak.
Yeah, he was probably late to the show, but yeah, man, anybody that asks me all the time, who did your intro? The video was done by Laura QAnon. She's on my Twitter. I follow her. She did fantastic work with the video. And of course, I had Severe Anon do the music. They had already worked together, so I knew it was a match made in heaven. So when I approached both of them and said, I want the red pill. I need a fire intro. And dude, honestly, I think that elevated my channel to a different level because of both of your guys' work. And I've been super grateful and appreciative ever since. So thanks again, man. It's been really great.
Oh, bro, it's my pleasure, truly, man. And it's, that's what we're all about, man. This really is a huge extended family. And I really see it like that. I'm tighter with a lot of people, digital soldiers out there and everyone that's fighting the good fight. I'm tighter with a lot of these people and actual family members, man. So it's not about blood. It's not about even proximity. It's about, shared vision and being there for each other and helping to elevate each other. That's how we all get where we're going. Nobody's in this for themselves. Nobody that's really in this for the right reason is in it for themselves. It's for the betterment of all of us.
Exactly, man. I do have to give you credit, man, because if it wasn't for you coming on my show the first time, I don't know if me and Methods would have ever met. And now me and Methods, I always tell everybody before I was Red Pill, like if I had seen you guys and Red Pill and Methods and X22, like all you guys, I would have been the guy that was making fun of you and probably trolling you guys on Twitter. I was that guy 2 years ago. And now I'm doing a show with the legendary Methods now. It still blows my mind. But if I never had you on the channel, I don't know. We might have crossed paths at some point, but I don't know if it would have happened as fast as it did. But this is what I'm saying, man. We are one huge family. And we saw you probably saw the one chick. She's like the Antifa looking chick. I can't remember her name, but she got red pilled. And remember the outpouring of love that our movement showed to her. And she absolutely blew up. I don't have her name. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Her name's Jude.
Yes.
I can't remember what her handle is, but I know exactly who you're talking about. And if that was vice versa, you see how accepting we are of people that wake up and want to be a part of the winning side of history. Like this can't these people, they are not about that. They're the complete opposite, man. They don't want anyone defecting from their way of thinking. They anybody that thinks, you know, anything other than, if you were ever an orange man bad supporter, they don't want any part of you. Even if you want to switch over there, they don't want you. They want people that are fully indoctrinated, have been indoctrinated always, and
the extreme left.
Exactly, and that they know are not going to break away from the pack. Once they're a part of that team, that is their team.
It's really crazy, man. That's the thing. Like, can you imagine an outpouring of like 30, 40,000 lefties accepting somebody so quick and so fast and so apparent that it was so obvious that this person had a breakthrough in their life, and she's literally crying about it on screen, saying how she cannot believe how much love she was getting because she thought she was brainwashed thinking that we're all a bunch of racist haters. And
that's what they pump into their heads, man. That's the problem. That's the whole thing. Once people aren't afraid to step outside of that box and see what the truth is, it is them. They are the racists. They are the people that harbor hate. It's 100% projection. Everything they say about us is what they are internally, and they can't deal with it. They have cognitive dissonance. They don't understand that it's them that have the problem, so they project all that hate, all that fake racism, all that garbage onto us. And then when they cross over and they see, they're like, wow, I was legit being lied to about every single aspect of what this movement is about.
Right, man. That's the real thing. Like, I have to, if people have good intentions, good things usually come with it, and you usually find your tribe. And I found myself with that, with Meeting Methods and all the friends that I have made, and just literally seeing it happen to so many other people, man. I never would have expected if so many people that were just so loving and so caring. And literally all it is, man, is that the thing that we have in common is very simple. We love our country. We literally love this country, and we want to save it. And that quote, I think it's from Reagan, that always just, it's eerie. It's when I think the quote goes, we're just one generation from literally losing it all, literally losing what this country is about. That's how close we are all the time. And even when I still voted for Trump when all this happened, but I wasn't awake or anything. I just knew better not to vote for Hillary. But at that time, and I'm sure you were in it as well, I couldn't imagine the shock when Trump was nominated. And knowing what we know now, man, seeing everything happening in the world with Maxwell and all these pedo rings that are coming down, everything going on with Spygate. If Trump had not won, man, that would have been the nail in the coffin. And I don't think people realize seriously how close we were to losing what this country was truly about. I mean, we haven't been a republic for a long time. That was taken away a couple hundred years ago, but we're starting to getting that passion back, and we're all part of this train that we're still trying to wake people up, man. But it's just really cool to see how far this movement's come, especially since I've joined it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, man. It went from being, a fringe little offset of patriots that were, into Q and into doing the real Anon kind of stuff, the real behind the scenes work, the heavy lifting of doing the digs. My brother Punisher's out there somewhere. I saw him in the chat earlier.
Yep.
His threads and digs are some of the best that I've ever seen. So
I have to agree.
There are people behind the scenes that, do absolutely amazing work. But to see that grow from a very small handful of people that were on the chants and on boards to what it is now, I mean, it's truly amazing. It really is a great awakening. So many people that this time, even a year ago, were completely lost, completely in the dark, are wide awake now, and they see what's going on. They get it. They understand what the master plan is from their perspective, and what we're actively, trying to do to fight against that.
Right, man. And that's the thing. Like, I didn't care about politics. I didn't care about it. And the Punisher says, "I'm here, bro. What's up, Punisher? We saw you before. Your threads are pretty fire, and we appreciate your work, man." Yeah, man, just seeing where exactly where we were, how far the movement has come. It's really blown my mind. So if everyone can right now, again, just go like and comment, share this episode with everyone as far as you can. Just hit that like button. It gets us noticed. We're at 1,300 viewers right now, man. We're doing good. We're at 729 likes. Please hit that like button. And again, go check out Severe's Links in the description. Of course, is Twitter, YouTube. Go follow, subscribe, and all that. So man, what's the future for you right now? I know you still got your platforms out that you can still post on. Are you still making? Do you have new music in store, or are you just? I know you're still working, man. And that's why I used to do that. I was working 6 days a week and doing a channel. It's hard, man. It's hard. And now I do this full time. So what's your future looking like, man, with everything that you're doing and the future of your music?
I would give anything to be able to do this full time, because as it is, I put a lot of music out there.
Yeah.
If I was able to do this full time and just have this be my job, forget about it, man. I would legit be dropping albums every single month. You get 12 to 15 albums a year.
Dude, honestly,
not even kidding.
I think those days are coming for you, man. Just hold tight. I honestly believe that.
I'm trying to get there, man. And like I said, bro, I told you this on the first show. I'm not trying to be a superstar. I don't want that life. You know what I mean? But
me neither.
I would not mind at all being able to just live life and do what I love to do. That's my goal. If I can do that comfortably, I mean, it's already a blessing to be able to put music out there that people love and appreciate and use it to wake people up, wake their kids up, stuff like that. And just even on that level, it's a blessing. But if I could really find a way, to break through the suppression and through the just blatant censorship, man, that's all it is. If it wasn't for that, I would be able to do this full time. Absolutely. Because the overwhelming majority of people that get to listen to my music that don't have it censored away from them, it's just an overwhelmingly positive response, and people want to be supportive. They want to support the people that they believe in, that they know are working hard against the evil forces that are fighting against us. So yeah, there's always new music in the works. I sent you a bunch of links actually just a few minutes ago to your Twitter DM. I have new videos out there. I can't post the songs, but I do have brand new videos out there. And I will be setting up, for the time being, to get around the system, I'm going to set up a Dropbox link. I'm going to throw all my music into one huge folder. And anybody that would like to purchase it, please just DM me. Shoot me a DM on Twitter. They play Twitter games with me all the time, so it may take a little while for me to find your message and get back to you. But I promise you, if you want the music, if you want to have literally all the Red Pill music I've ever put out, it's all going into one folder that they can't take away from me. They can't censor, they can't hide. If people want it, it's theirs, and it'll be a flat price for literally my entire catalog of music. And people that don't have the money to go grab it, it doesn't matter. Just shoot me a DM, I'll send it to you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a tip jar thing. If people want to support monetarily what it is that I'm doing, then I encourage you to do so. If not, and you just want music that is like, breaking the narrative and not like anything else out there, shoot me a DM. I'll give you a link to download it for free. Like, I just want this music out there, man. If I could make that happen right now, I know the rest will fall into place. So it's really not about money, but I'd be lying if I said that, that I didn't wish that I could do this full time. I really do. I wish I could put all my time and energy into the music, because it truly is my calling. And I feel like killing myself at work every day is taking away from that.
Dude, I know exactly where you're coming from, man. I made that decision. And again, we had the same kind of intentions. I had I'm not in this for the numbers. I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for the fame. And if those things end up happening, then that's just gravy on top. But my intentions were always pure jumping into this. And just the fact of what you just said now shows exactly what your intentions are. The message is more important than the money and more important than anything else. But at the same time, and we still live in a world that's dominated by money. And of course, it's anyone's dream that if they could just do their passion full time, of course, what kind of American or person in general would not want that for themselves? So I totally see where you're coming from. And you always got a friend in me here, man. If anything happens to your music, I will always retweet, tweet, let everyone know that you have it. It's exactly why you're on here tonight. So hopefully more and more people can get to know your music. But the fact that you're willing to put it in a folder and even maybe give it out for free for people who can't even maybe not afford it, that just shows a lot about who you are and really what your intentions are. So, man, I really appreciate that. And I think that's why we vibe so well, dude. We're just two guys that we do different things, but our message is essentially the same. So it's really, really awesome, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. We're cut from the same cloth, brother, truly. And you know, a lot of us out there are, man. That's what I'm realizing more and more than anything is that I used to think that swath of cloth was a very small piece, but it's not. There are a lot of us out there that really just want the best, not only for ourselves and our families and our, you know, our future, you know, generations, but for everyone. And that's the part that's so sad, man. These people that fight against us, that demonize us, that, you know, make us the bad guy. It's like, yo, y'all don't understand we're fighting for you too. This isn't just for us, man. Like, it's not one side that wins. It is where we go one, we go all. We are trying to take y'all with us. So stop being so damn naive. Stop feeding into their bullshit and just hop on board, man. Be on the right side of history. We are fighting for all of you out there. If there's any lefties that happen to be listening out there, wake up. You're being lied to. They are playing you. You are a useful tool to them. Join the right side of history. Hop on board. We will be more than happy to have y'all.
And that's it, man. And seeing all the events taking place now with everything that just broke yesterday, and just this how crazy like this entire year has been since COVID started. Like, I keep telling people, it's going to be hard, and I was kind of doing it last night because everything came out with Trump and all the documents came out yesterday and cleared Trump's name essentially with all of Epstein stuff, and it was really hard for me not to go out and put out the middle finger on every platform and say, "See, I told you so." And I'm speaking to myself when I say this too. Like, when people really start waking up, and they are right now, we need to be ready we need to be the boat in the storm, ready to pull them out of the ocean. And it's going to be hard to say, "We told you so." Maybe we can give them some tongue in cheek when we pull them out of the water, but really we need to be there when they have nowhere, when their ideology and their reality breaks. Some people aren't going to be okay. Some are never going to realize what's going on, but some are going to be not knowing where to go. And we have to be the ones to help pick them up and unite the rest of all the stragglers. And I keep telling people that, and that's really what the message is, for anyone that isn't awake yet. We are going to be here for you, regardless of how much we hate you now and how much shit we talk right now and all that stuff. We will be here for you when the time comes, because like you just said, man, if the extreme left is here, look at Antifa, look at BLM, the people that were supporting them, the mayors that were supporting them. Look what happened. They went to their houses too and started some shit. They do not care about this country. They're anti-American. Those people want this country's principles, everything you can possibly imagine about it. They burn our flag. They hate religion. They hate the government. They hate everything about this country, and they do not give a shit about you or anyone else. And you pretending to be part of it, you're part of the problem. And if that day were ever to come, you would have a really hard awakening and realize how effed up you made it. So it's just a message out there that I always love just to share. So do you have any closing thoughts, Severe, for tonight?
Well, yeah, everyone out there listening, I am in the process of putting together a website that is going to eventually go around all the censorship. They will not be able to shut the site down. My music will all be embedded directly into the site. It won't bring you to a third-party carrier. And, there'll be PayPal links at Venmo, and, however people want to go grab the music, they will be able to directly from one hub. And that will have all my music, all my videos, upcoming news about like podcasts that I'll be on. If I happen to drop a live stream, I'll throw something up there, and, you could sign up for notifications whenever I upload new music, videos, podcasts, any of that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely excited to get that up and running. It's going to be amazing. Especially, I had plans to do that anyway, but being censored the way that I am right now really kicked that into high gear. It's go time. So we are actively making that happen behind the scenes. And other than that, just, stay in tune. Follow me on Twitter at Anon, and stay in the loop, because there's a lot more music coming, a lot more videos. Shout out to my sis, Brianna Eves. She is just absolutely amazing patriot. Go give her a follow on Twitter at Brieaves, BRIEAVES 1745. She does amazing work, and we're going to be putting together a lot of projects behind the scenes to to release once this website gets up and running. And, you know, everyone out there that is waiting for new music, it's coming. I'm already working on the follow-up album to Dark to Light. I dropped a bunch of singles in the meantime. They're all wiped out now, but people that want them, Lockdown, Normandy, there were a few songs, Evil Shepherd, the one that I dropped going against Raz from Chaz. I completely destroyed the dude on that track. So anybody that is interested in that, definitely hit me up on that DM, because tonight after the show with you, actually, I will be putting that folder together. So anybody that's going to want that music, shoot me a DM. I'll shoot you the link. We will work something out if need be. And, you know, I want people to have access to what it is that I'm putting out. It's not for me. It truly is for everyone. It's for the movement. It's for our future. You know what I mean? And it sounds cliche to say that, but I truly believe that, you know, the music that I'm putting out there, if it gets to reach enough people and it gets the wave behind it that it needs to get, it's going to be a game changer. And
damn's going to break.
I'm also really happy to see that, you know, a lot of people, I don't want to, you know, put anyone on blast, but people have reached to me, you know, through Twitter and stuff and through email and said, bro, because of you, like I'm finding my own creativity. I'm writing. I'm going to start recording songs. I'm going to, you know, take up an instrument and, you know, get involved in the movement, because that's what I've said from day one. Everybody out there, the people that are listening, the people that are already in the movement, people that are new to it, you know, everybody in the chat, everybody has something that they could bring to the table, no matter how big or small. Every person has a voice in this. Every person has some kind of creative outlet, something that they could add to the movement. And to me, it's all about collective energy. It's all about positive energy. If we could get that vibe high and get people hopeful and ready to fight and ready to contribute and ready to just go to war with these people, man, and bring everything they've got, all guns blazing, we win. God wins. We do not lose this battle, this spiritual battle. Spoiler alert for anyone out there that might not know, we win. Our side wins. Our country wins. Our planet wins. These people go down. Bottom line.
Yep. And we're seeing that right now, man. I want to tell you too, I want this channel to be known as a channel that if there is anyone out there that is making red pill music, I don't care if it's bands, I don't care if it's rap, whatever music it is, I want to showcase it on this channel. And I'll put it in my intros, I'll put it in my outros. I won't charge a thing for it. This is completely free. It's one of the main reasons why I reached out to you in the first place, because I was blown away by how hardcore I thought your music was and how awesome it was. And now, dude, you're part of this show, literally changing. I put out 3-4 episodes of content a week. And literally, dude, every thousands and thousands and thousands of people they hear that intro, and every time they say, "Hey, where'd you hear that from?" I send them your Twitter link, and dude, they're never disappointed. And just to put something else too out there, this is going to be announced later in the week. I am actually working behind the scenes with a team that I just recently I'm linking up with. They're creating something that is going to be of its own. It's possibly its own social media network that's going to house and be a little castle to hold content of videos, messages, threads, all this stuff. And it could be a possible game changer, and it's being created by patriots right now. Everyone's gonna find out more about it next week, but it's Severe. As far as your music, it's something that I'm hoping that we can get on this site once it's already up, and I'm going to talk about it more next week. But I want to see if I can get more of all your music housed with them, so more and more people can see it. But I'll talk to you more off show about that. But there are a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen, that are waiting to happen right now, and the future is bright. And I don't want people to think the censorship. You know, we're all getting censored. The world's ending. Nothing's going to change. I'm not of that mindset. I have complete faith in what's going on right now. And to me, the future's bright, man. And I can't wait to see where your music goes and where all this ends up. Because 2020 has been one hell of a year, man. We're halfway through. August is already tomorrow, and we already know Q said that this month is going to be a very hot month. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But I love having you on, Severe. It's been a pleasure. I hope everyone out there as well. Let me get some music on here. thank you guys for showing up. And if you guys can, just one more time, we peaked at 1,300 viewers, which is fantastic for an interview. Thank you guys so much. Hit that like button, share, comment, let everyone know that we are the news now. And Severe, man, it's been an honor and a pleasure, as it always is.
Oh, likewise. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you having me. Thank you to all the mods out there. You guys are awesome. I see all the names that I'm very familiar with. So thank you all for joining in. Everybody that tuned in, thank you for joining us. Yeah, it was a great time, man. You know, I look forward to being able to come back next time with, you know, some solid links that people could go grab to stuff immediately, man. The website, I would love to be a part of what you were just talking about. You know, hit me up behind the scenes and we'll definitely make it happen. You already know, bro.
Oh yeah, man, we're gonna.
And I saw people in the chat that were saying that Q country music would be awesome.
That too.
Yeah, as close as I can get you to Q country music is JT Wild. People that don't know about JT, he makes really, really good Q type music, patriot music. So people that might not, you know, be into what I'm doing, into rap, hip hop, go check out his music. Check out Abby May Cook on Twitter. Go check these guys out. There are a lot of people out there that are doing this kind of music and all about the country and all about, you know, just trying to make our world a better place to live in, man. And there's a lot of us out there. So support your favorite artists, because without y'all, the movement dies where it stands. So definitely, if you like it, support it, because we need it now more than ever.
That's it, guys. And that's the thing too, this channel itself, you guys are the backbone of all this stuff. All the support guys, you're the ones that are keeping this movement alive. All the ones that think they have the small accounts, all that stuff, you guys are the support. So I always have to thank you guys. I love you guys. The woke fam is strong. And dude, the chat was on fire tonight. There was nothing but love coming out of this chat. And this is why it never gets old, man. It's always great to see. But again, guys, go check out Severe's links in the description, and I'm probably gonna have to update them, Severe, after the show. Just send me the links again. I'll update them in the YouTube video, so when people watch the replay, they can have all the proper links for you and all that good stuff. So thank you guys for being here tonight. Like, share, comment, tell everyone we are the news now. Thank you, Severe. Everybody, my next episode will be out tomorrow. You already know what we're going to be covering. We have a lot to cover. We're going to be talking about Ghislaine Maxwell documents and a whole bunch of other shit that just hit the fan. So thank you guys. Stay safe, stay warm, and as I always say, stay woke. Good night, everybody.